This is the second extraordinary session conference committee. We're going to be hearing and discussing two bills, the SB in second extraordinary session 2 and the AB in extraordinary session 2-1. So it's SB1 and AB1 in the both extraordinary sessions. Got a couple opening remarks, and then I allow the vice chair or the chair of the Assembly Health Committee to make some remarks as well. So, as you know, our current MCO tax is expiring, and in order to obtain federal approval, California must restructure or risk losing more than $1 billion annually. The basic tenets of the MCO tax swap have been in print for 14 days and have been discussed extensively in informational hearings held in both houses. The only portion of this proposal that may be new to some of us is the Companion General Fund Expenditure Plan, which Finance will describe in greater detail later on in this afternoon's hearing. As we heard in our informational hearings, the details on how this MCO tax swap proposal is structured are very complex, but the net effect of the proposal is actually quite simple. And that is, this proposal will provide stable and ongoing funding for our Medi-Cal programs. It'll allow California to maximize its share of existing federal dollars. It is not expected to negatively impact premiums, and it delivers a little over a 106 million net benefit to the health plans. It allows us to appropriately fund developmentally services for a community that has been suffering way too long, has gained broad support from the plans, the Chamber, the CMA, the California Dental Association, the Hospital Association, Planned Parenthood, CSAC, and many others. In short, the conference report you will be voting on today represents a year of hard work and a remarkable compromise. This proposal embodies the very definition of a win-win and is an encouraging way to kick off this budget season. The administration and the bipartisan legislative leaders in both houses should be commended for their efforts. And I want to also extend my thanks to the administration, Secretary Dooley, Jennifer Kent as well. And now I'd like to ask my esteemed co-chair, Assemblymember Bonta, if he'd like to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and welcome to all of our stakeholders and conference committee members and advocates who are here with us today. I know that we have been working on this issue for a very long time, and I just want to recognize and thank you for your patience and your diligence and your hard work to getting where we are today. We, of course, because of federal guidance, needed to restructure our MCO tax, and over a week ago, the Assembly and the Senate held informational hearings on the administration's MCO proposal that restructures our tax and allows us to continue supporting Medi-Cal and continue funding the expansion of healthcare coverage to millions of Californians. And that was an important step. In addition to the MCO tax proposal, today we are able to make meaningful improvements to the developmental disability system, which has been underfunded for decades. And the proposal before us is a promise to start repairing that system. As a member of the Budget Subcommittee, Subcommittee 1 on Health and Human Services, I was part of many conversations with advocates regarding the desired rate increases, and advocates came to each and every single one of our hearings, which I very much appreciate, all over the state, to voice their support for repairing the system. And I'm excited that today we have an opportunity to make some really significant steps in the right direction. Finally, the proposal before us today would also do something else. It would prohibit DHCS from seeking to retroactively implement the Medi-Cal rate reductions and limitations or rate freezes for services provided by skilled nursing facilities that are a distinct part of a general acute care hospital for dates of service on or after June 1, 2011 and on or before September 30th, 2013. The rate cuts and rate freezes have threatened the financial viability of these facilities, and eliminating the clawback would assist many of these facilities, many that are located in rural areas, in serving their patients. again, I just want to thank all of our stakeholders, members of the public, and our advocates for all of your hard work which brought us here today. I think we have an opportunity to really take a strong step in the right direction today, and appreciate all the hard work that has gotten us to this point. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Couple announcements. We will be establishing a quorum once we get a minimum of 3 senators as well as 3 assembly members. And once we get that, we'll get established the quorum. We're going to be bringing up finance in just a little bit to go over the 2 bills. We are going to be voting on the bills, and once the vote is taken, I'd like to ask those members who are here and those members who are not here yet if they would stay, because after the conclusion of the vote, we're going to need to have each one of you sign the conference committee report to send it to the floor. So it won't be the vote only. We're going to have to actually sign the document as well. So with that, if I can ask the representative from Department of Finance, if they're here, if they can come up and walk us through the committee, through the details of the proposal. And good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members. Mike Wilkinen, I'm Acting Director of the Department of Developmental Services and Undersecretary of the Health and Human Services Agency. As Mr. Bonta said at the beginning of this, that you have in front of you a significant investment in the developmentally disabled community. The total package in total funds is approaching $500 million, about $300 million general fund. It hits all aspects of the system. We have rate increases for direct care staff. We have increases for the administrative side of the provider network. We have increases in specific areas, including transportation and home respite. We have competitive integrated employment in the package, as well as funds in there to address disparities and bilingual staffing issues. It's a significant investment in the system, and we think that it's a good package.
Please proceed.
Teresa Calvert with Department of Finance. I'd be happy to answer any questions on various components.
Yeah, Adam Dorsey, Department of Finance. And so the consistent with the previous or the current MCO tax, the proposed tax would bring in a little over $1 billion in general fund relief to the state and help secure a stable funding source for health and human services over the next 3 years. And so happy to answer any questions on that as well.
Okay, we don't have a quorum. We can't establish. We're missing an assembly member, though. We need 3 and 3. So, sergeants, can we call to see if we can get one of the assembly members to come down? What we can do is we can ask those in support of the measure if we can come up, and anyone who'd like to speak in support.
Could we ask a question as well?
After support. Support? Sergeants, can we get a microphone over here for everyone who would like to speak in support? We have a looks like we're going to have a lot of individuals in support. If we can just ask you to just state your name and make a brief comment.
Mr. Chairman, if I could before we start that.
Yes.
Just a brief remark as serving as a part of this conference committee. We've been a part of a lot of hearings and the informational hearing a week ago. I will observe that some of us believe that this situation could have been solved last year. It did not get solved, and so we've carried on over into this year. We've had a very constructive informational hearing a week or so ago, and we still believe that there are other answers beyond what will occur here today. We will consider the other answers that we would maybe be proposing as things move along. I'm not sure how things are going to turn out here today. We certainly are in accord with the distribution of monies for the developmentally disabled and long-term assurances, not just a 3-year sunset assurance of those. There are still some concerns that some of us have about the tax, the revenues, and we are certainly confident that these specific source of revenues, there are other ways to fund this, and there have been, and that remains a concern to us.
Okay, before we get started with the support, we're going to go ahead and establish a quorum. Would you call the members, please?
Assemblymember Bonta?
Here.
Assemblymember Bonilla?
Assemblymember Bonilla? We're establishing a quorum.
Assemblymember Gallagher? Assemblymember Patterson? Assemblymember Santiago? Senator Hernandez?
Here.
Senator Anderson?
Here.
Senator Leno?
Here.
Senator Mitchell? Senator Nielsen?
Here.
Okay.
A quorum has been established. We're going to now move to the support. Oh, yes. Please proceed.
My name is Cheryl Christian, and I am a disabled person through Choices Artworks, where Allison is in Roseville. And I would like for everybody to give us some extra money for Choices so we can go out in the community, so we can do a lot of extra stuff. And thank you for listening.
Thank you, Chairman Hernandez and Chairman Bonta and members. Nick Luizos on behalf of the California Association of Health Plans. I won't repeat my testimony from last week, but just wanted to reiterate our support for the administration's MCO tax proposal. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, we have quite a few individuals. If we can just state your name and who you're representing, just if you can just a brief remark. Thank you.
Beth Capella, on behalf of Health Access, to reiterate our support as we did last week. Thank you.
Rick Rollins, representing ARCA, Association of Regional Center Agency, and a proud member of the Lanterman Coalition in strong support of this proposal. Thank you.
Mr. Co-Chairman and members, Carl London on behalf of the Alliance, and also as a parent and a member of a community-based board, want to thank you for, really thank Republicans, Democrats, and the administration for finding a way on this. It's been very helpful. Particularly want to point out the work of Mr. Wilkening, the Undersecretary, in working with the developmental disabilities community and fashioning a package that works for us. Thank you very much.
I'm David Mulvey, retired service coordinator, and here representing the SEIU Developmental Disabilities Council, and we're strongly in support of the MCO provider tax revisions. Thank you.
Andy Feets. I'm a home care provider from Nevada County with the United Domestic Workers, and I support this bill.
Yvonne Soto with DDSO, Developmental Disability Service Organization. We have programs in Sacramento as well as Stockton, and we strongly support this proposal, and we're looking forward to working with policy members in the transition process and transitional funding.
Hi, my name is Debbie Ellis, and I am a grandparent service provider, also service provider advisor for the San Andreas Regional Center, and I'm also part of the California Person-Centered Advocacy Partnership, and I am in support of the bill.
Not a word.
Marty Moto, family member, California Disability Community Action Network, and also California Person-Centered Advocacy Partnership. Strong support for the Managed Care Organization tax swap and also the Developmental Services Funding Bill proposed by the administration. I want to thank the administration for its hard work and working with us. Thank you.
Michael Dimmitt, a parent. I'm part of the Person-Centered Services Partnership, and I urge your support of both of the DD portion and the managed care tax.
Hi, my name is Allison Howard. I'm the Director of Program Services with Choices Person-Centered Services. I am also with the California Person-Centered Advocacy Partnership. On behalf of the people and families we serve and the workers who provide these services, I am here to express our strong support of all the Managed Care Organization Tax Reform Bill and the Brown Administration's Developmental Services Funding Proposal. Thank you for letting us speak today, and thank you for your support.
Hello, my name is Tammy Bradley, and I am a consumer of Choices. I am in developmental services, and I really strongly support this because my staff makes me as good as I am today. And without additional funding for my staff, I'm not going to be any good to this community. So please support this. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Peter Carter. I'm with Choices in Sacramento. I also strongly support the Managed Care Organization and Developmental Disability Services funding package. Without this funding, wages for direct care professionals continue to stagnate, and service providers become more and more unable to compete with other employers.
Hello, I'm Audrey Duchadned. I'm a parent. My beautiful daughter Valerie is over there. She's 30 years old with Rett syndrome. And I want to thank you for this proposal and urge you to please pass it. I support it very strongly. And please pass it now. There may be other sources of income for the developmental community, but we need money now. We need money 10 years ago. Things are falling apart and we're in crisis. So please pass this now and later on find more money because we'll need more then too. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah. My name is Ben. I'm a consumer for Choices. I hope you guys please pass the bill. Okay, thanks.
Good afternoon. I'm Betsy Cates. I'm the parent of a 34-year-old adult son who lives at home with us. I'm also on the board of the ARC of California. Our families need this. Our sons and daughters need this. So I support it. Please help us.
Tony Anderson, the ARC of California Executive Director, also representing United Cerebral Palsy. And here as the chair of the Lanterman Coalition, we want to thank everybody who we've been spending countless hours with in the building and with the administration, in particular Undersecretary Mike Wilkening. We've taxed him out to the max, taxed ourselves out. We've had incredible back and forth, and this is a good plan to move us forward, and we're in support. We hope you are too. Thank you.
Linda Way with Western Center on Law and Poverty, reiterating our support for the MCO tax swap.
Hello, I'm Josh Sullivan from the Contra Costa Developmental Disabilities Council.
And Sandy Soliday, Alameda County Developmental Disabilities Council.
And on behalf of both of our councils and the 18,000 plus individuals and 600 agencies that are within our stakeholder group, we want to thank you for your hard work and urge for your support.
Good afternoon, Barry Giardini with the California Disability Services Association. I'd like to register our gratitude to Mr. Wilkening and the administration for their work on this proposal and register our strong support of the measure. Thank you.
Bob Giovatti, Deputy Director of the State Council on Developmental Disabilities, wanted to thank Mr. Wilkening and everybody. If there was ever an issue that crossed party lines, this is it. Our organization supports the DD funding proposal and the MCO tax. Thank you.
Doug Pascover with Imagine Supported Living Services and the California Person-Centered Advocacy Network, and a family member. We strongly support the Managed Care Organization, tax reform, and the governor's package. Thank you.
Sarah Verity, representing Gate Path, the San Mateo County organization providing services to individuals with developmental disabilities for 95 years. I appreciate Mr. Bonta acknowledging that we've been underfunded for years. It is critical this system receives adequate funding, and I urge you to support this bill today.
Mr. Chair and members, Dwight Hanson on behalf of the Alliance and Easter Seal Superior California, both members of the Lanterman Coalition. Thanks to Mike Wilkening and the rest of the administration folks who negotiated so diligently on this. We ask for your vote in support of a good package. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stacy Sasson. I'm a program director at a local supported living agency. I'd like to first thank everybody involved in bringing this proposal to this point. I'm really glad that we're a part of it this time. I know that this is way, way bigger than just developmental services, but for me, that's everything for the people who receive services. It's everything for the people who work in those services. It's everything. So thanks for making us a part of it, and I'm here in support, and I urge you to vote yes. Thank you.
Barbara Glazer with the California Hospital Association. We're here today in support of the entire package, and in particular in support of the relief that's being provided to our distinct part skilled nursing facilities. Thank you so much.
Hi, Terry Rohde from Paradigm, representing Monterey County and the Person-Centered Partnership. And I just want to thank Mr. Wilkening and all of you for the MCO tax. As a provider, being through the ups and downs of our system, it's nice that we're going to get back to restoring the rates, but also so providers can raise the bar, so we're not surviving, so we're sustaining and not just surviving. I support the bill. Thank you.
Sorry, my name is Michelle Noches, Program Manager representing STEP. I support this bill and want to say thank you for fighting for us, and hopefully this vote will be successful. Thank you. Hello, my name is Des Malone, Vocational Manager for STEP, and I want to thank you for taking the time and taking this very seriously. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. My name is Joy, and I'm with the California Respite Association. And I am just speechless with the amount of work that you've been able to accomplish with this. I encourage you please to vote yes, and we absolutely support the tax. Thank you.
My name is Farrah McDade Ting, representing the California State Association of Counties, all 58 of California's counties, in strong support of this package. Thank you.
Joan Schmidt with Creative Living Options. Darren, my son, and I started the agency. He's been in supported living and had community services now for 22, 23 years. And we strongly, strongly thank you so much for working with us. We've been working a long time on this, and we really appreciate and strongly support the this today. Thank you. Darren doesn't speak, but he says thank you. That's it.
Mark Melanson, Director of Community Services at Toolworks. We provide services in San Mateo County, San Francisco County, Alameda County, and Contra Costa County. Also President of the California Supported Living Network. I'm here in strong support of all the work that you've all done and ask for you to move it forward. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Brianna Learman on behalf of Local Health Plans of California, representing all 16 of the state's nonprofit local health plans. I'm here again to express our gratitude to the department for the MCO tax proposal and to reiterate our support.
Tiffany Whiten on behalf of SEIU California. We thank you guys for all your hard work on this, and we ask for your support on the package.
Hello, Linda Plord, Executive Director of Bayberry in Napa and Clear Lake, and also with California Supported Living Network. And I'm here in extremely strong support of the tax and the DD bill. And I just have to say that it's been a grueling year. We've had a rough couple of decades. This year has been like no other, and your words when you opened up the session are music to my ears, so thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Fran Chasen, representing the Infant Development Association of California. We want to thank you for your efforts and support in this area. And looking at the population that we're working with, which is 0 to 3, we need to thank you for keeping the promise.
Yes, Mr. Chairs and members, Jolene Voris here on behalf of the urban counties of California in strong support of the MCO fix, critical for our counties. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Tuesday Dawes, and I am a DSP at STEP. And I want to say thank you guys so much for taking the time out, not only to understand what we were screaming and shouting and getting you guys to see where we were coming from. I really want to say thank you so much for hearing us and at least trying to understand where we were coming from. So thank you so much, and I hope everyone supports the bill. Thank you. Sorry.
Hello, my name is Carl, and I'm from the STEP program. I've been with them for 3 years. Thank you for supporting the MCO tax and the DD services. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Mike Saya, and I work for STEP, and I just want to thank you for helping us, and I support this bill and hope you vote yes. Thank you.
We got one more.
I work really hard and I like to have fun. I enjoy my home and having fun, and God loves you.
Oh, that's a good way to end it.
My name is Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer. God bless you too.
Hi, my name is Rochelle. I'm a facilitator for the STEP program, and I'd like to let you know, you all know that I appreciate you guys hearing us out, listening to us, and putting up with us. And please support the bill. We really need this. Our people need this. Our employees need this. Our employers need us the most. And without this bill passing, they don't get the care they need or deserve. So please support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Any opposition? Is there any opposition to the measure?